If you have listened to the voice note, this is how to start or set up the bot. This is how to do it. You click on the trading bot, the one here. You click on the trading bot button, then you get to this page. You select, there are many bots here. The arbitrage bot, rebalancing bot, features grid. We start with the spot grid. Click on the spot grid. You see the popular like those that are making like those on the leaderboard. And if you see, a lot of over 28 people have copied this trade, this number one, like this BNB trade, and this second one, over 137 persons have copied this trade. So all their like maybe their 30% of their transaction fee, or maybe their trading fee, will be going to the person that created this particular setup. So you, under this spot grid, you see AI, the one like automated AI. You see popular, like those on the leaderboard. Then you see manual is for you to set up your own manually. You understand? And the setup I want to do now is for Soul BNB. So before you set up, you analyze. See, if you check the time frame, I'm using daily time frame. That means each candlestick represents 1 day, each one. So under this daily time frame, you see that since the past how many months now, the lowest it has gone, the lowest this pair has gone is, like, the lowest price is 0.1936, just like I said in the voice note, and the highest it has gone is 0.43. But this 0.43 was during that Trump election, when he won the election. When Solana jumped to about I think $295, close to $300. That was when this thing happened. So what you do is, okay, let's switch to 4 hours time frame. See where I'm doing the switching now, so you can see me properly here. Yeah, this 4 hours time frame, I'm switching to that time frame now. So under here you can pick your possible. Right now our support is around this, the lowest it has gone to around 0.193. That's where we are picking as our possible support, and we can use it as our lower price. But me, I don't just go to, like, when I want to do a long-term setup like this, I don't just pick the lowest it has gone within how many months. I will consider that lowest, the lowest it has gone, this lowest price 0.19 something. I'll consider it. But another thing I'll consider is maybe the possibility of this support level being broken. This support level, the possibility of it being broken, is a strong support anyway. That's 0.9136. But another thing we consider is, if this thing is broken, the next possible support can be around though this chart is not showing everything, it's a limited chart. You can see the full chart maybe for the last 6 months on TradingView. I can see it on TradingView. So see what I want us to do under here. I think the highest it has gone under. I want to pick a considerable resistance level. The highest it has gone under is 0.22. Now I want to pick the one that even after like 14 days, the setup will still be active. Okay. See another peak. This what is it called? 0.2536. Another. I think the date is 6th of March. I think it was even this month. So it went as high as today's date is 19th. So on 6th of March, Solana went to, the price was around 0.2536 against BNB. So I can use this as my resistance level. And if you notice, this price is more like an obvious peak level. If you notice, another notable peak level is this 0.28. You understand? Is another note. So you consider all these things and also use order book. Check the order book. see the prices people are placing to buy, the wheels where they are placing their order to buy. You just consider all these technical factors before you come down here to set up your bot. You need to consider all the possible price before coming down here to set up your bot. So once you have completed your setup, once you have maybe finalized your analysis, you have picked your resistance, your own possible resistance level and your own possible support level. Like maybe I want this setup to last for as long as 2 weeks, even at least for 1 month. So it's not a short-term setup. You understand? So let's just assume now I pick 0, because your lower price should be in accordance to the support level. So the support level I'm seeing here now is 0.19, but because there is always a tendency of support level being broken, let me pick 0.18. Let me pick 0.188 as my lower limit. I'm setting up the price range. Then the upper limit, I think we saw 0.25. This is it, 0.25 as the highest peak it has gotten to. So I can pick 0.26. Yeah, 0.26 as my distance. Then the grid is the number of total orders you want the system to place automatically. I can place 40. So this order, the higher the gap, like if you want like the system to place like 6 orders, that means 3 buy orders, 3 sell orders. That means there will be the width, the price gap will be high. Maybe it might be gap of maybe $20 per each order. But if you want the gap, the gap to be closed, you need to have higher amount of grid. I don't know how to explain this for us to understand. If there are many orders, that means you are splitting the money into small units. You understand? And the price gap will not be much. The price gap might be just 1% each. So let's do it this way. Let me use 40. And this number of grid depends on the amount you also want to invest. If you want to invest like maybe $100, you need to use smaller amount of number of grids. The number of grids means the number of orders, both the sell orders and. So with these 20 grids now, the system can open like automatically 20 buy orders for me and 20 sell orders for me, and it will use percentage of 0.49% to 0.7%. But if I want to make it maybe more specific, I can change it to geometric use specifically fixed percentage. That's what geometric use. But let's switch to arithmetic. Arithmetic is I think is more advisable when the market is relatively stable. So the investment, I want to invest like let's say 0.5. According to this setup now, the minimum I can invest in this trade based on the number of grid is the minimum I can invest based on this number of grid is you can see it greater or equal to 0.492. 0.492. So let me just start with 0.5 BNB. You can also choose to invest both BNB and Solana, but sometimes when the volatility is high, the system will be forcing you to use only one currency. But if the volatility is not high, you can click here. Let me use this it's kind of like here. You can click here, this side I pointed the arrow. You can use this side to change the currency, change it to like BNB and SOL. That means you are providing both a BNB and SOL. That means you already have SOL that you want to sell, so they don't need to use your BNB to buy it automatically for you. You understand? But in this case, I don't have SOL in this Binance account. My SOL is on Bybit, so I can't transfer it here. Let me just use a BNB for the experiment. I don't keep much this thing coins on exchange because you know the recent trend of hacking and the rest. So what we are going to do now is just let me use 0.5 BNB. Let me use 0.5 BNB. Then sorry, 0.5 BNB is what I'm going to use. Then you come under this advanced options. You see grid trigger. This grid trigger is the price. You know the current price now is 0.2127. So like the price you want the bot to activate. If you don't want it to activate at the current price, you put, let's just say I want it to activate at the price. The current price now is 0.212. So if I want it to activate at 0.21, and anytime the price goes down to this, the bot will trigger and start working. You understand? The bot will trigger and start working. So what I want to do now is very simple. I want the whole thing to trigger and start working this minute, so I don't need to put any trigger price. Then take profit and stop loss. If you want the system to automatically close the trade, if you want the system to automatically close the trade, you can put the price you want it to close the trade. I can put 0.2 265 as the take profit. So this is the stop loss. Okay, stop loss should be 0.8. I can use 0.85 as the stop loss. Then I'll now insert 0.265 as the take profit. But I don't used to add take profit to all these things. I can always come here and close the section myself. I can close the setup myself, so I don't need to add take profit. But if you want to set up this, it's optional. So this is it. The setup is very simple. You can see the price range. This is the lower limit, this is the higher limit. The one on the left hand side is the lower, that is the lowest it can go, and this is the highest, the range. So the bot is literally following your instruction based on the technical analysis you have done. So it will be trading within this range for you and be accumulating the profit for you as well. This is the number of grid. So let me proceed and create now. You see, you can say okay, sell all sold on stop. That means once the bot stop working, maybe once it has gone outside the range, you can decide to sell all this thing. There's an option to activate it. This is the option to activate it here, but I'm not interested in any of those advanced options. So I proceed to create. The bot has been created automatically. This is it. So it's already working, it's already running. Let's check the number of this thing. You see the open orders. You see the open orders. It has opened like 26 sell orders for me. It has placed like 26 sell orders and 14 buy orders for me automatically based on the setup. You can see it. So when I'm making profit, it will be selling. When I'm making losses, it will be buying automatically. You see all the transaction history here, all the orders that have been placed, everything, you see it here. The details, the summary of the whole transaction will be here. So this is how to set up the spot grid bot. I think I will maybe drop a follow-up screenshot later, maybe after like few hours, or maybe a day or 24 hours or 48 hours depending. I'll drop a follow-up screenshot. This is the simple way to set the spot grid bot. This is just the simple way to set it. The bot will, even if you are not active, even if you log out of Binance, even if you are sleeping, the bot will be working and trading for you on this spot setup. There is it. So if you have any question, you can ask after watching the video. If you have any question, you can ask.